Good morning, everyone. On behalf of our co-chair, Ajia Limina, who is absent, and I'll start on the existing protocol. Welcome each and every participant, and to say a very thank you to the Ministry of Health and other ministries that here participate in this important meeting. Thank you very much, and I wish all of us a very faithful inauguration. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Ajia Aisha. You know, as I said in the beginning, we keep on mentioning the personalities who are with us today. Permit me to acknowledge, which is an oversight, Dr. Eyehu Muhammad, who is the chairman, Kano State Committee. Okay, now, it was an oversight. It was an oversight, sir. Okay, now, next on the agenda, objective of the meeting, Mustafa Kulpi, who is the state okay, okay, now objectives of the meeting is going to be by Dr. Umar, who is the State Family Planning Coordinator, Kano State.
Good morning, everyone, and I welcome you to this gathering. So, I am Dr. Omar Abubakar, Family Planning Coordinator, State Ministry of Health. In September this year, some of us were gathered with support from Wish Option in Kaduna to do the tracking and analysis of budget regarding to child birth spacing in Kano State. So we unanimously and harmoniously put our heads together to look into the approved state budget, the health sector budget, the health sector annual operational plan, and the costed implementation plan for family planning 2023. So we had a roundtable discussion, 2 days discussion, and tracking and analysis of the budget. So, and that is what led us to come to this place now to disseminate our findings. So, virtually the objective of why we are here is, one, to share the tracking and analysis of what we can then to identify the gaps and challenges which will follow. We will share with you in the presentation later by the Secretary KanSLAM, and also to discuss a way forward and in addressing these challenges that we've identified, and also to see how we can increase in the funding regarding to birth child spacing in Kano State. So I wish us all successful inauguration, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Umar. And we have policy on the agenda, one-day meeting for the dissemination of findings on CBS budget tracking and analysis 2020 to 2023. That is the key message behind what we are doing today. Okay, next on our agenda is goodwill message or messages. Let me start by inviting one of our partners, Malam Mustafa Kurdi from Wish Option, to make his own goodwill message.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kenny. The representative of the Commissioner, Dr. Bashir, the member of the House of Assembly, and the Deputy Flag, and respected members of the KanSLAM, the media partners that are here, good morning all. I think the moderator caught me on the way. I was thinking I would make the last month, but nevertheless, I wish us all the best. You could remember those that are with us. We supported the sponsors. We provided the tools. We did some mentoring. We created an enabling environment for us to look at the budget provisions as well as the releases pertaining child birth is in the ground. And what we found, we felt is worthy to be disseminated. And we need the key stakeholders to come and see what we have found so that we can take the necessary action. That's why we are here. So Option has not relented. We also created this environment for us to come and share this findings so that we know what we need to do. It's part of our strategy in supporting coalition to hold government and service providers to account, especially things that relate to reproductive and family health. So I wish us all the best for this half-day dissemination meeting, and we'll continue to be behind you, KanSLAM, to keep the flag flying. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Madam Mustafa Kurdi. Let me also invite Dr. Dayebu Muhammad Haseko to make his own goodwill message. So I san shekaru ne suka muku yawa sai saba hango kamar da su.
I must protest, I'm not the chairman of the but thank you, acknowledging you the chairman. And I'm very happy to say the Secretary of Protocol is here with us. I am Dr. Ashir Resident. So I cannot speak on behalf of the their permission. At any rate, I'm happy we represent the beneficiary of the services that they offer. So we're happy to be here and listen to your engagement, government providers of service, and how they will affect our beneficiaries.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Okay, still, as part of the goodwill messages, permit me to invite Honorable Administrator who is the only member that is present in the house. So he's speaking on behalf of the entire members Kano State House of Assembly. And I believe the Chairman House Committee on Health is joining us maybe in 1 to 2 minutes. He's coming in very soon.
Thank you very much, the moderator. The chairman of the session, the co-chair of the program, KanSLAM, or other co-chairs, the representative of the Commissioner for South Kano State, the Deputy Clerk of the House of Assembly of Kano State, and also the Clerk of the Appropriation Committee in the House, our respected senior brother, Dr. Dayebu Muhammad, who I deeply recognized, and I had to whisper to Dr. Rajab to ask him, it is the same Dr. Dayebu Muhammad I knew since I was in secondary school. One of us has a very good stature. He's looking healthy. We will continue to grace him. And all other participants here present, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. First of all, let me extend our appreciation for the invitation extended to us to address this important occasion. And by extension, extend the appreciation and felicitation of the Right Honorable Speaker on behalf of the KanSLAM House of Assembly to be here in your midst to discuss issues of budget planning and analysis on a matter that is very, very important, which is child birth spacing. And let me also assure you that we in the KanSLAM House of Assembly are always happy and ready to always be with all partners or any other partner that deems it important that we should come in and have as one or two words their activities. This activities of budget planning analysis is something very, very important as far as we are concerned, because it's something that is not in the house itself, in its oversight functions, and it is given us a kind of support that we need to put our records straight and as well to help us move forward. And let me also assure you that we are always ready to assist this kind of programs in whatever way, especially with the relevant laws that we are going to, you feel that you are going to make an input, or you feel it is important that you do it. And it is also an avenue to make some adjustments where necessary in our operations as a house, as well as our operations as partners in the Kano State Health Center program. And let me also have a kind of let me also tell you that our doors is always open to you, because now we have started the issues of budget 2024, and already, as we are aware, His Excellency the Executive Governor of Kano State was in the House of Assembly on Friday to present the 2024 appropriation bill for the House, and now we have hit the ground running. We have started doing all the people for the budget process, so that we started inviting all the MDS in Kano State to appear before the relevant committees to present their budget proposals. And as well, that is also another avenue for most of us here that are discussing, maybe channel their issues before their committees, so that the necessary things will be done there, so that by the time we put up the annual budget, we fund it all circumferencing, and we fund it workable, inshallah. And let me also remind you that another avenue for us also to ventilate some of our problems with the public hearing that we are holding each year before the final passage of the budget. So it is also going to be open to partners and all the relevant stakeholders in the health sector to appear before us in the public hearing committee, so that we discuss and ventilate some of the relevant issues that we need to move the health sector in Kano State forward, to make sure that public health service delivery has been given the optimum attention and the required funds to do this work. And let me also say one or two things that maybe we felt we are left behind a bit. That is as I'm taking the Chairman House Committee on Health in person of Zakaria Hassan, member and brother Madam, is around here with us, and there is this opportunity to welcome you, Mr. Chairman. And let me also, as my final remark, say that I want to draw your attention to the gap that you have created before this time. Because annually we know there is a function that we always organize for all the participants to attend, which is the annual operational plan that the Ministry of Health embark on annually. Unfortunately, this year we were not invited as a preparation committee. That is why the gap is created. And here I am now. You are inviting me to come and have one or two words, which, if you look at it, I have not got the foundation. You are only taking me to the roof. So there is a serious gap there. Maybe if I were there with you, as the chair of appropriation in the House, together with my secretary alone, maybe we'll be able to have an idea ahead of this time. So I'm just coming in to see a new thing that I'm not even aware of it. I'm not even conversant with it. So I hope next time this will be corrected, and all those that are important and key stakeholders in this issue will be invited. One of the important things is appropriation committee is the mother. It's the mother of all committees in the House of Assembly or in any parliamentary system. So it is why we appropriate funds. It is why we make the law for spending or expenditure. So once we are not there, we may definitely have some one or two problems. So it is always important, not even in the health sector, all other sectors. It's important always to carry along the appropriation committee so that they will be in the know of what is going on. They will be able to have some kind of input there. So that is something that I want to draw your attention to it, because before this year, I know I was always in the appropriate committee, but I used to understand that most of the, in those days, we used to invite the committee. So I hope that this will be corrected and projection ahead of the work that you are doing. And finally, let me also congratulate all of us that are here for the humanitarian services that we are rendering. And let me also assure you of our readiness in the State House of Assembly and all the support that we are in need to make our state great, to better the health of our citizens, and as well to make Kano healthy and prosperous. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
We sincerely appreciate your goodwill message and the pertinent observation you made, and I believe it has been noted by KanSLAM and the other key stakeholders. While the chairman is making his remarks, House Chairman Committee on Health, in person of Honorable Zakaria Al-Hassan, representing Kubagaru Madam, is also here with us. Okay, now, as we are all aware by tradition, once a commissioner or a representative of the commissioner is in attendance, he is expected to chair the meeting. So I would like to hand over to Dr. Ashiru Rajab to take the next item, which is number 5, then presentation by Dr. Nura, Secretary KanSLAM, and it is our wish and desire, maybe in the next 20 or 30 minutes we are done, inshallah. So permit me to hand over to Dr. Ashiru Rajab being representative of the commissioner to chair the meeting. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And I also want to appreciate all those that have given their good messages to really appreciate. And particularly the remarks from the vice chairman of the operation. We are really noted and are going to take note of this, inshallah. At this juncture, I want to call on the regional director of options, Dr. Former Festus from OOB, to give us a statement.
Thank you very much. Permit me to stand up so that I can actually stand on the existing protocols. I can be seated. Really, I'm really delighted to be here this morning. This morning, it's a very great day, I would say. I came up to Kano. The last time I was in Kano, I was running around a lot of our colleagues and a lot of stakeholders here to see how we can design a new program to work in Kano to contribute to the reduction of maternal mortality in Kano. And I want to, it's with joy, Madam from KanSLAM, it's with joy to let you know that we were very successful in that bid. And I told Dr. Ashiri that just yesterday I was at TA Connect BMGF, KanSLAM, we are smiling to discuss how, and I've seen our brother from planning, right? Yeah, all of them were very instrumental. So it's really with joy that I'm here this morning to celebrate with all of us in Kano. Like the chair of the appropriate committee mentioned, we need to work together, and that is the big message I will want to put on the table. For the last 20 years, options have been working in Kano, and we want to work more broadly and more openly with the people and the government of Kano to really co-create programs that will meet the needs of the population of Kano. And it starts from engagements like this, engagements to look at what the government is doing in terms of putting resources to where it matters the most. Because the interventions we are talking about is about the sustainability of Kano. It's about the future of Kano. It's about the quality of life of people in Kano. It's about our women, our children, our families. And that's where the rubber meets the road this morning. And I'm really just wowed by the level of commitment I see in the room. You know, able chair of the Committee of Health in the room, the comments that have been made by the operation chair, really like challenging us, those of us in civil society, to keep the doors open for engagement. I've not seen it anywhere where stakeholder, political leaders say, keep the doors open for us so that we can talk and advance our development agenda together. It's commendable, sir. I really celebrate. And I'm committing, and on behalf of civil society, on behalf of international organizations and local organizations, that we'll keep our doors open, we'll engage. You know, I really wish colleagues from other partners are here at BMGF here. They would have been very excited to hear that the government is really saying, engage us so that we can work together to advance agendas that will make Kano very prosperous. So thank you very much for having me. I would say that today is a very historic day. We are going to look at what has been done. And I'll challenge us to embrace it. There's going to be a lot of challenge on the table, right? There's going to be a lot of eye-openers. There will be a wow situation. There will be like things we thought were moving right. There are things we will think, oh, has been working, but the findings of the analysis of the budget will challenge us. And it will challenge us not to, I would say, put people down, but to help us drop our stockings, as in, like get on the table to get things to work for the people of Kano. So I want to thank everyone who participated in the process in advance, and I want to wish every one of us a the wonderful collaborative conversations today, and of course the action points that will take us not just for this year, but into the years to come, as we look at more resources that we put for health, and particularly for bed spacing. And just to commend our stakeholders that, Kano has really showed significant leadership. It's only in Kano recently we've seen that the government of Kano, through the engagement with the House of Assembly, has been able to put together 200 million naira for procurement of family planning commodities. That is phenomenal. That is really phenomenal. And we are looking forward that the coming year, government will also, I know Dr. Ashir will be very excited, happy, to see that, because I'll tell you the truth, on his side, as the delivery arm of government, is really very constrained a lot of times, where he has opened his mouth to say, come to government of Kano facilities, and people go there, does not meet the supplies or the commodities for service delivery. So hearing commitments like this from the legislative arm, I'm sure it's very, very happy. And for those of us in the civil society, we're also looking forward to see how these commitments would not just be mere commitments, but practical, action-backed commitments that would take our people forward. Thank you very much. I do have a pleasant engagement today. Back to Mr. Chair.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ukoma. Honestly, Kano State will not stop appreciating the support of officials over its years. And I want to once again congratulate us, Kano State and officials, for the new project that is coming on board. Thank you so much. May I now call on Secretary KanSLAM, the Treasurer, to come forward and take the presentation on the findings on the series.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, everybody. And permit me to stand the existing protocol, please. I am saddled with this responsibility to make a presentation of a KanSLAM activity that we did between
20th to
25th of September 2023, starting from Kano, going to Kaduna, and coming back to Kano. And I'm here to present the result of the activity. The activity is CBS, that is Child Birth Spacing Budget Tracking Analysis between 2020 to 2023. Can we move forward? First, for those that are meeting KanSLAM for the first time, this KanSLAM is supporting accountability in health and other human capital development in Kano State. KanSLAM stands for Kano State-led Accountability Mechanism, which is a coalition of civil society organizations and some representatives from the government that come together to pursue common goal in the states. It is an expanded SLAM that's made up of individual CSOs, members of print, electronic, and social media. There are also representatives of government from relevant ministries, departments, and agencies, and working in different human capital development, such as health, education in the state. And the methodology we follow to conduct this budget tracking analysis are first, identification and selection of documents and materials. And this includes approved state budget for 2020, 2021 to 2023. Then 2023 State Health Sector AOP, that is Annual Operational Plan. We also identify 2023 CPS costed implementation plan, then 2023 quarter 1 and quarter 2, that's from January to June, budget performance reports. Then the next is text review of identified documents. 2 days text review was conducted for all the identified documents. 3 days budget analysis workshop with 20 participants drawn from CSO, media, and government representatives from Ministry of Health and its agencies, Ministry of Planning and Budgeting, and Ministry of Women Affairs. Then the participants extracted data from the approved state budget, health budget, and CPS budget allocation, as well as released between 2020 to 2023. The data was collected, analyzed, and presented using charts and graphs. Recommendations drive based on the findings. This is the presentation of the data. Total state and health budget trends. This one is total budget, total state budget between 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023. If you look at it, the state has been doing wonderfully in the budget. Then the next one is approved state to health budget trends. That's what we look at it. From 20, the red one is signifying the health state, state budget. Then is it upper orange? Signify the state health budget against the total budget of the state. And if you look at it, actually the state has been doing very well in appropriating a good percentage to health in the state. Let's move. Then health budget trends. Okay. This is health state health total health budget trend. Then CBS allocation to health budget trends. If you look at it in 2020, 0.04, 2021, 0.04, 2022, 0.11, then 2023, 0.22. Then CBS allocation trends. If you look at it, 2021, 2022, 2020, 2021, 2023, you can look at it, the trend is showing significant improvement in the allocation, which means the state is making commitment and the Ministry of Health is also making commitment to that. By 2022, if you look at it, the budget was just health budget versus CBS is 0.0. By 2021, moved to 10%. 2022, if you look at it, is very commendable, and 2023 also has come down. This has come as a result of probably they did not show evidence of significant evidence of spending of 2022. That's why it comes down at the 2023, because there is no justification of either maintaining or moving beyond what was allocated. And we also sat down to do analysis of the expenditure for quarter 1 and quarter 2, and this is what it shows based on the allocated fund to family planning, or rather child birth space. If you look at it, the first one that is taking 35% is training, beginners training, which take the large amount of the money. Then, the second large amount, because by monthly review and resupply meeting has 55.7%. Then we have also distribution of 4,273 sanitary towels, which took 9.3%. That is for quarter 1. For quarter 2, if you look at it, costed implementation plan review workshop took the large sum of the money for the spending of quarter 2, which is 37.4%. Then by monthly review also, and supply meeting 32%, 32.8%, then fixed and outreach services for seniors, which is 29.8%. This is the expenditure for quarter 1 and for quarter 2 in the family planning budget. Then this is what we observed based on this trend analysis. The participant observed that words such as childbirth spacing, reproductive health, and human reproductive health are used interchangeably to refer to family planning. This creates confusion and unnecessary debate. So while we are looking at the budget, a number of words were used. In this, they use family planning, the other one they use childbirth spacing, the other one they will use reproductive health. So it's quite confusing and create debate. So is it really family planning for family planning or for another things? So we observe that. Then the participant also observed duplication of activities in the published online documents. While publishing it online, actually it was not compressed to the extent that some codes and programs came twice or more than 2 times in the budget. So when you go online, you discover that there is a lot of duplication. But for the hard documents that we retrieve, there is no duplication. So the online documents, you need to also look at it very well because it makes some duplication while posting it online. Then it was observed that there is a weak donor coordination, which makes it difficult to access and identify partners' contribution, that's grants and loans related to health sector expenditure, specifically for childbirth spacing. This is in turn leads to a low performance of the annual public budget. Inadequate budgetary provision for childbirth spacing program is observed by participants. It was observed that the expenditure such as donation from donors and philanthropies incurred for childbirth spacing programs come from different sources, which makes it difficult to track. Then it was also noted that childbirth spacing commodities are not being supplied simultaneously with the required consumer goods, which hinders efficient delivery of the services. There is parallel data collection and reporting system in the state, where different development partners violate national rules by collecting data without the consent of Ministry of Health and other concerned MDAs. Then, based on the observations, we also make the following recommendations. The participant universally recommended that childbirth spacing should be adopted as a single word to symbolize family planning in the state annual budget, so as to avoid ambiguity and unnecessary debates. The participant recommended the need for proper security of the budget document to avoid duplication of activities before it is published online. The participant also recommended the need to strengthen donor coordination related to health sector expenditure, especially childbirth spacing. This will certainly improve budget performance. The participant recommended the needs for adequate budgetary allocation and releases for childbirth spacing programs. It was also recommended that the sources of expenditure, such as donation, contribution from donors and philanthropies, should be identified and harmonized into the state budget. This would provide a mechanism to appropriately track government and donor support for childbirth spacing programs. The participant also recommended that childbirth spacing commodities should be supplied simultaneously with required consumables so as to promote efficient service delivery and need. It was also recommended that State Ministry of Health should ensure all partners working within the state use national standard reporting tools with a view of promoting accurate and transparent collection and reporting of health-related information. Inclusion of senior service in HMA benefit package, this will increase access and service uptake. While sincerely appreciating the giant strides made by the government to ensure quality provision of health services, it is concluded that the issue observation raised and recognition will be thoroughly and diligently looked into and implemented by the concerned stakeholders with a view of promoting accountability in tracking expenditure in health sector budget in Kano State. Thank you for listening.
Questions in the live.
Thank you so much, Dr. Dura, for this well-designed presentation. You can agree with me that it is short, precise, and to the point. There wasn't too much grammar inside, but the information is actually well presented. Thank you so much. Going by the agenda, it's time for remarks on the presentation by the Minister of Health, Finance, Budget and Finance. So let me start on behalf of the Minister of Health. I want to start by commending KanSLAM and also OFSHI for supporting us, the government side, to push forward the agenda for family planning in Kano State. Over time, you've been doing so much. I remember some 3 years back, you were able to take us away from Kano to Abuja with 3 commissioners or 4, if I can recall, and deliberate on this same issue. And this time around, we are able to support the ministry in tracking our performance as far as family planning expenditure tracking is concerned. I'm happy to observe that Kano State is not doing too bad, both in the total state budget vis-a-vis the health budget, and then the health budget vis-a-vis the spending on family planning. But I can see there is room for us to do more. And especially from what I know, getting releases from government. I will recall towards the end of last year, we were informed that 30 million was approved out of the 100 million we requested for. But because of the situation on ground, the electioneering, the change of government, we could not see that resources. Coupled with the fact that, as we all know, the supply from the federal government has been declining over time. And partners are now urging government to at least complement the supply from the national level. We know that at the national level they have a basket where the federal government of Nigeria puts some funds in that basket and then all the other partners. But unfortunately, since the year 2019, the national government is yet to put a single goal. So we can see why it's becoming more and more difficult for partners to sustain the supply of commodities to Ghana State. And we know that we only get commodities from the national, and state needs to supply the consumables, the syringes, the spirits, the gloves, all such stuff need to be provided by the state. So what we are planning, all future memos of family planning commodities will include cost of consumables. To avoid situations whereby clients are made to pay some money in the name of consumables. So we don't want to give room to our service providers to say we don't have blood, we bring 500 or 1,000 or whatever before we can provide you service. And another thing we are looking at, which the family planning program has started, is program level coordination meeting with partners. I think we just had the first one not too long ago. I want the family planning program to copy from the TB and leprosy control program. That program is fully on top of issues as far as coordination of partners under that program is concerned. So we need to do more in terms of, apart from the state level partner coordination forum, the PCF, I think it's time for each program to really come down and coordinate all the partners so that together we can push whatever we want through. And we are even lucky we have KanSLAM by our side. So with KanSLAM, they can go where as civil servants we may not go and say, why are you not doing this? Or why are we not receiving this? But they can help us do that. That will mean when we come together, we're going to improve the budgetary performance as well as which will translate into better service delivery. Because as we are talking now, in so many facilities, we will find out of stock from some of these commodities. And day in, day out, we have partners trying to help us. But yet, there are still challenges. So on the part of the Ministry of Health, all these recommendations that you have outlined, we are going to study them, we are going to implement them, inshallah. Thank you very much.